Hey guys, it's Harleywood. Let's talk about first aid kits. This weekend was the opening weekend of deer season, and I was working on some of the stands that I have out there, and I was using this new Bahco Laplander. Check out the review of that, and made a careless mistake. Now, you should always wear gloves while you're using a knife, a saw, whatever the case may be, especially something sharp. But this Bahco Laplander is very, very sharp. You can actually see the teeth grooves matching up. It raked across my hand this way, luckily. Luckily it didn't rake this way. That would have been really bad. This bastard is sharp. I mean, I've done a video, go look at how easily this cuts through wood, but it is a monster. And I had it in my hand, and I was throwing some wood out of the way, and honestly I can't even recreate how it happened. I think a branch got caught in the lanyard there and flipped it out of my hand and somehow scraped it across my hand, but boy, it went quick. And I don't know if this is going to focus, but it took some meat off there. I mean, it's pretty gnarly. So as soon as it happened, again, I'm down at deer camp. I am not at home. I don't have access to the medicine chest. I could only do with what I had down there. Luckily, it wasn't deep enough to require stitches, so I went to my Get Home bag. If you haven't seen the review of that, check it out. And I got my medical kit out. This is not a blowout kit. This is not for, you know, you're at the range or you're in a, you know, SHTF situation and, you know, you get shot in the stomach and you have to, you know, whatever. This is a simple first aid kit. Okay, I'm not going to go through everything in here because it's not really a review of the first aid kit per se, but it's a shot across your bow that you should be ready no matter where you're at. So real quickly, a few things. I have Quick Clot, I have a cold pack. This is actually really, really valuable, and I'm going to buy a bunch more of these. Recently, we were on a cruise and we went to San Juan, Puerto Rico, and God, if it wasn't 100 degrees, I mean, it was every bit of it. And it was very, very hot. My wife was pregnant at the time, and she felt like she was overheating. So I had this in my bag, and I popped this thing, got it nice and cold, put it on the back of her neck, and kind of helped cool her down a little bit. So this isn't just for a sprained ankle. 2 rolls of the kind of, you know, bandage tape. Tweezers, the plastic type, so I can go through security without flagging anything. Bandages back here. Oh, here's one of the bandages that I used immediately when I was at camp. Was kind of that butterfly type bandage. Okay. Like, I don't know what I'm gonna do with this. Check my tonsils, I guess. Bigger bandages. I have a whole bunch of them stuffed in the back here. There's a small first aid manual in the back, as if you don't know how to put a bandage on. Some sterile gauze, smaller bandages, bunch of bandages. Inside of, I broke these up into Ziploc bags to kind of compartmentalize a little bit better. Inside here I have antibiotic ointment, I have aspirin, I have ibuprofen, antiseptic towelettes. I use these to clean this out. Make sure you have antiseptic towelettes. Like I said, there's ibuprofen in here. Basically just, you know, over-the-counter kind of medications. And then the other one is bandages. There you can see is the bandage that I used for this. Lots and lots of different bandages. More antiseptic wipes. I do have a survival blanket in here. I always keep one of these. I have these stuffed everywhere. Some Q-tips, some more rolled gauze, some rubber gloves that you can use if you're treating somebody else. Moleskin. If you don't have moleskin and you hike a lot, you might regret not having it. These are great. You cut a little swatch off, put it over the blister if you're forming a blister. There's smaller bandages, more stuffed in the back here, more gauze, sterile dressing pads, and that's about it. This is basically your scrapes and bruises kind of kit. It is MOLLE compatible if you wanted to put it on something, but again, guys, you never know where you're going to be, and you're going to need this. Like I said, I used this in Puerto Rico. I used these butterfly bandages down at deer camp, and I've tapped into this thing for other things too. So here's the thing though, whenever you take something out of here, make sure you put it back. or make sure you still have a bunch left. You know, these bandages, I still have probably 10 or 15 of them in there, so I'm not, you know, in a rush to put them back. But if you use anything out of this kit, make sure you put it back. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope you learned something from that, from my misfortune, and hit the subscribe button below, and thanks for watching.